Hello. What do you think about this stupid $400 million for a painting by Van Gogh that's been painted over, retouched and altered by other people anyway? Probably only 10% of it's Van Gogh's. And yet they can't afford a decent health service. You know why, don't you? The bloody bastard rich are spending their money on stupid things like that, instead of paying their tax that they're supposed to pay, instead of fiddling it. And I'm including all the professional footballers that are doing it, and especially Lewis Hamilton now. I had the same problem with Ian Botham back in the past. I used to support him till I found out what a crook he was with the Tories and that. These people have one thing in mind: how to hang on to their bloody money. And we're the idiots that pay them, believe it or not. Because if Sky didn't rake in the money from us, the poor sods that pay Sky, I don't anymore, but they wouldn't be able to pay these footballers these ridiculous monies. Where do you think they get the money from? Sky, BT and all these other people that are showing the Premier League stuff. Well, where I live, there's nobody within 100 bloody miles of us that are in the Premier League. What would we interested in the Premier League? And why is it I can no longer watch Test cricket? Because some stupid bloody cricket board sells it to Sky, and the BBC can't afford to pay for it. Rubbish! What the hell's the BBC doing with all the money they're getting from programs like Dave and Pick and that are rerunning all their stuff? Surely they get paid for that. They have copyright on it. Anything I do that they say it's copyrighted, it's rubbish, because all the music that I put on my videos, I contacted the performing rights on the record, on the CDs that I used, and got permission to use them. It is simply a con to get money out of people. All the stuff I've got online is earning money for YouTube and other companies they're using me to advertise on. I wouldn't allow some of them to advertise if I had any control over it, with the cheap Chinese junk they're bringing in now. I've had problems with my phone line, and I was told to check it, how to check it by PlusNet. Oh, by the way, PlusNet is the greatest. If you can get PlusNet, get it, because you'll get better value for money than any other company. People didn't believe it when I told them that I had a high-speed, fast broadband, telephone, and the internet. And my bill comes to between £20 and £30 a month. Some of them are paying 70 plus. That's what Sky used to charge, 70 to watch their stuff. But when they come the old what's it with me, I finished with them. They must have lost about, well, at £70 a month for 10 years. Where you work it out yourself how much they've lost. Huh? Not me anymore. They don't get it out of me anymore. Anyway, I've something else to tell you today about the National Health Service. I had one of these things. Do you know what they are? They're an emergency button. Right. The other morning I was so bad I couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't get up. I pressed this. I couldn't hear what they were saying because I was too far away from the speaker, and I've got this hearing infection infected on me by the nurse at the health centre, Tamer Valley Health. And I hope they sue me for saying things like this, because if I get in court, I'll run rings round them. Maggie Thatcher tried it on with me back in the 80s. I've been registered disabled since the 80s. And she tried to stop it. And I won the tribunal. And now this silly party, they stuck with it, you see. That's 3% inflation. I have to have that full 3% added to mine every year because I've won the case for life. And also, they can't give me universal credit because they've got to stick to what the tribunal said. Believe it or not, I get £50 a week at the moment just for mobility. It's a good job I do. I wouldn't be able to afford to smoke. That's another thing that tends to annoy them a bit, you see. They don't like it because I'm nearly 80, been smoking 70 years, and I'm still alive. And they've been going around, oh, you silly idiot. You ask the doctor, oh, well, why haven't I got cancer then? If you're so clever, saying cancer, smoking causes this, that, and the other thing. The only thing that I get from smoking too much is a little bit of bronchitis, which is something I'm prepared to put up with because this thing, believe it or not, prevents stress. You'll find that most of this so-called stressed Britain is caused by the people stopping smoking. And because they stop smoking, they're stressed. And because they're stressed, they're eating stuff they shouldn't eat. And they're all blooming well overweight now. Here's me, I'm only 12 stone. I'm 6'1". My body mass index 23. And all the stuff on my web, believe it or not, is true. The only thing on my web that's not true is the joke of this being Elvis's caravan home, mobile home. And that was a joke on my friends and fans.